Okay, so this video is important, especially if you're a Linux user. So I just surfing internet, watching some YouTube videos of Linux and then reading some blogs like Ubuntu or 95 Linux, it's fast news. There I found something interesting, that on DistroWatch, CachyOS is the top ranking Linux distribution. That means if anyone says that what is the best Linux distribution, you can just clearly say that CachyOS is the best, #1. But then I wondered why. And the more important question is how? Like, isn't it a little weird that CachyOS, which is like one of the most awesome Arch-based Linux distributions out there, which provides amazing customizability and out-of-the-box experience, and yet, how is it at #1? Because #1 Linux distribution means it has to be amazing for beginners, intermediate and advanced users. Then it has to provide a user-friendly interface which anyone can use, give a lot of things out of the box, give a stable base, and should be okay with any type of work, whether you talk about gaming or normal casual home use. It must have the easiness, the comfort of using a simple device like, let's say, your Android phone. But it must also have the powerful features, the power to do heavy work like working on a coding project, LLMs, or gaming, video editing, or 3D modeling. So it is obvious that there's a reason CachyOS is #1. And today we're gonna find that out. Right now this is CachyOS, it's booted on live USB. Well, I'm gonna be using it on my Fedora workstation, this. And it's on their own boxes, but yeah, it's the best way to test a distribution. And if it works awesome here, I might even end up switching to CachyOS by the end of the video. So let's get started, shall we? Okay then, so let's start. And yeah, don't you dare judge my hair. I've been trying to grow them out, but right now I'm in sort of an awkward phase where my hair is literally way too stubborn to comb properly. So I just use a headband to wrap it up and get a clean forehead. So yeah, let's begin. CachyOS. Okay, so here we are, CachyOS. And just like we have a Manjaro Hello, we also have CachyOS Hello. And it's actually an amazing place. We have the launcher here, but first, let me just show you something. Like right now, I'm on GNOME boxes and I've allotted it 4 GB of RAM and 30 GB of storage. Okay, so 4 GB RAM using right now like that, obviously. Now here we are on the KDE desktop, the ISO delivers with KDE. But let's start with installation first, shall we? Launch installer. And looks like it is taking some time. Well, obviously it is in GNOME boxes, so yeah. Choose a bootloader. I'm gonna go with Grub. What was that weird noise? But leaving that. You see, I cannot judge a distribution directly from the live boot. I need to properly install it and test things by myself. Because in a live boot, you don't have the proper proprietary drivers which are properly for your architecture and your hardware. And then things are not properly installed, they're just running off from a USB. So you cannot judge that. Okay then, so here we are on the installer. I like the installer, to be honest. Next. Erase disk 30 GBs. I believe it'll be okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with erase. Yep. Next. Now we have the best part. There's a reason CachyOS is #1. So we have so many awesome desktop configuration and desktop choices like Plasma. Then we have GNOME, customized version, like each of them are customized on its own. Then we have XFCE, BSPWM, Budgie, Cinnamon, Cosmic Desktop as well. Then i3, which looks awesome. Like, can I resize it up to have a better view of how the desktops look? And yeah, to show you as well. So let me just do this. Yep, it actually looks good. Then we have Hyperland. Okay man, I'm gonna go with Hyperland this time. Like last time we went on with OpenBox maybe. Yep, last time we were on this desktop, which was damn good. But you see, it is a window manager, a highly configurable floating window manager which looked good. It was actually good. But then I'd like to try something else. We have Qtile, Sway, Wayfire, UKUI, which is a little weird to see because it was made for Chinese audience. We have Niri, which actually looks good. Then we have Hyperland. So in this one, I'm gonna go with Hyperland, okay? Yep. Next. Okay, then we can choose additional packages. So first we have CachyOS packages, which are like the normal ones. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them. Then we have shell configurations. Then we have normal packages which are required for usual work like your display, your network, firewall, Bluetooth, package management, audio, video, everything. Then we have the desktop environments for which we're gonna go with Hyperland and a lot of them. Then CPU specific microcode update packages which are like your CPU drivers. And yeah, that's it. So yep. And yeah, you can also choose your browser. We have only Firefox by default. It's okay. Next, let's just configure it. My full name, Singh Narayan Om. Like I usually go with Om Narayan Singh, but when it is time to do something important, I reverse the words, the order of my name. Singh Narayan Om. If you're from India, you know why. Or maybe you don't. But in terms of username, whenever I'm just gaming or doing something not so professional, I'm let you know. But let's say I am doing something professional, my username would probably be Singh Narayan. Then we have your computer. I'm gonna go with Asus. Yeah. Then password. Log in automatically without asking for password. I wonder who uses that? Like who? Leaving that, let's go. Next. So we have the summary of everything. Well, most of it is just location, keyboard and partitions. Okay. Install now. So here we are. Installing has begun. You see, there's one thing which I love the most about these sort of installers. You can actually see what's going on during the installation through this button. And for those who are too scared to look at that, you just have a nice picture. Well, CachyOS is an Arch-based distribution offering an easy installation, several customizations, and I could not read further because it changed the picture. Leaving that, the installation is going on. Let's wait until it ends. And yeah, by the way, there's one thing I'd like to ask, like, do you have any suggestions, for my hairstyle and everything? You see, like, I've been trying to get a sleek and awesome hairstyle with medium to long hair, like I want to grow my hair out. But actually styling the hair is way too difficult, and let's say I don't want to use any styling products because as a typical Indian, I'm scared to ruin my hair. I'm gonna mostly use aloe vera gel for styling, hair oil for the shine and moisturization, normal shampoo and conditioner. But which hairstyle do you prefer for me? Like, you have seen my videos, you know my face. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, because I'm actually in that crisis right now. Like, you see, I just got my email that my college classes will be starting around like 22nd September. So that means I nearly have around 3 to 4 weeks. So I'd like to figure out my style, like my hair. Like, if you have suggestions for hairstyle and tips on properly styling my hair, it would be really helpful because I'm right now in a crisis episode. But leaving that, installation is going on. It's gonna download all the packages, stuff, blah blah blah, ha ha ha. And I can watch how much internet is being used through the system manager or system monitor, which you typically get in Linux distributions. Most of them are like the usual GNOME ones. But yeah, let's wait until it gets done, shall we?
And now this is time for the segue to our sponsor, DataServe, the smart, local-first browser that is built for creators, dreamers, or anyone who actually thinks on the internet. And everything I researched for the video before the pre-production was done inside DataServe, just like this. And most browsers track you, but DataServe doesn't. DataServe is a local-first browser. So yes, I use DataServe, and it's not just a browser for me. It's a one-stop destination for my workspace. It is like my second brain. And you can check DataServe with the link in the description. And let's continue the video.
Okay, so here we are at last. CachyOS has been installed. It took a hell long time and 3 GBs of internet. So now let's restart, shall we? Finish. Done. And let's see. At last, after waiting for like 2 hours. So yep, it is starting. It is rather slow, and there's a reason, because my battery is at 17% and it's on power saving mode. So yeah. But to be honest, it's okay. Okay, I just have one hope that, welcome to CRUB, CachyOS Linux. We have advanced options like going with the LTS kernel or with the Linux CachyOS snapshots. Let's go on with the normal boot for now. There it begins. And yeah, to be honest, I choose Hyperland and I'm really looking forward to, Okay, the boot animation is good. Like really good. but this is not. Okay, and there it begins with a bad display resolution, but still, it's GNOME boxes, for obvious reasons. So we can install apps and tweaks. Now here, I'm gonna need to fix my display. Maybe here, spoof TPI episode. This is weird. Yes. So first I'm gonna need to fix my display. Obvious reasons. So what am I supposed to do with this? What? And yeah, why is this cross following me around? So we have our audio settings. Good. Let me just try to launch something like this. So let me just try to find and fix the display. First thing, obvious reasons. Okay, so after a whole hour of working with, AI and then the configuration files, I was able to get CachyOS, this particular one, working. And now, as we can see, it is pretty clear. We have the screenshot. Now let's just review the Hyperland version. Now there's one thing I would like to tell you. CachyOS, particularly this Hyperland version, it's just something which gives you out of the box to just get working. You have the basic set of command line, then you have ROFI and everything else. That's it. Because CachyOS gives you the freedom, the ability to work as you please. You have all the things you need. You can configure this Hyperland setup as you please or install another Hyperland configuration or Hyperland Rise if you want to. And that's actually the main, reason of why CachyOS is so popular. I understand it now. It's not about what you get out of the box. For example, right now here, you see, CachyOS gives you the perfect base you need. The effortless installation of Linux as a base, over which you can do anything you want. But let's say you want something better. You want something out of the box, then CachyOS also gives you that. Like KDE, GNOME, those window managers and everything else. You get all of that out of the box. So people who just want to set up and get working, or let's say there are other people who want to configure and make the operating system their own, customize each and every part of their system, CachyOS delivers to all of them. Right now, as you can see, when you take a look at the kernel, it is a customized version of Linux kernel of CachyOS. Then when you take a look at the packages, it is pretty minimal. And you get to choose what are the packages you will get while installing. And as a result, on memory, it is under 1 GB of RAM. And this is right now Hyperland, so let's say the base operating system would at least run around 500 MBs, over which you can easily install any desktop you want. That is the beauty of CachyOS here. You see, I always used to think well, let me just update this. Sudo pacman, I installed a lot of stuff, SYU, enter. You see, I always used to think the operating system which can give you the best out-of-the-box experience and can work for both beginners, intermediate and other people and all of the other stuff. An operating system which can do all of that is probably the best Linux distribution out there. But I was wrong. An operating system which can work for all people, for people who just want out-of-the-box experience, CachyOS can give you with their desktop environments and some pre-configured beautiful desktop setups. And even if there are other people who want even better, let's say they want to build their system by themselves on their own, for them CachyOS also works flawlessly. And even while installing stuff, it is pretty awesome. It is using Fish as the shell, while it uses Alacrity as the terminal. And leaving that, there's one thing I just love about CachyOS here. It's the fastness, the smooth, the fluid, how the system works inside. Right now I'm using my Fedora, and every now and then I face issues with maybe NVIDIA drivers or some startup applications or the normal usual stuff. I do face issues, but on CachyOS, even inside a virtual machine, till now, since I've installed the desktop and I've been configuring so much stuff, I've not faced even a single piece of issue, error or lag at all. And right now I'm installing Kdenlive, which is a video editor. So I just wanted to try Kdenlive for a long time. My first video editor was Kdenlive on laptop. And that is why I'd like to give it a try on a virtual manager like CachyOS. It would be a test for both of them. So there it begins. Just wait. And here it is. It looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, yeah, it does look good. But what I want to actually see is the configuration. So here, when you go to playback, you see on not so stable distributions, you would see GPU processing, and it would, it would give you the ability to enable GPU acceleration. Now you might think like it's a good thing. No, it is not. You see, knowing which sort of permissions and applications to give, like yes, you can enable GPU processing using the configuration file of kdenlive, but you see, it's obvious that kdenlive does not properly support GPU acceleration, while it does sometimes. Like, let's say I go to view, and let's say effects, and I'd like to download a GPU accelerated something, which you can easily do from here. Like for example, I say acceleration. Maybe this is the right word. Nope. Maybe it was WAPI. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so it looks like I have limited something. But leaving that, you see, in some point, you do get the ability to actually render videos and everything else with GPU acceleration. For example, when I press Ctrl Enter, this is it. Hardware accelerated exports. You do have that when you need it to. For example, we have Intel, AMD, and all of the other stuff as well. Let's say I want to go with NVIDIA, and I can change stuff. Like, you see, giving this many options and the ability to support it even while using a virtual machine. This is something I wanted to test on CachyOS for a long time, because just imagine if it has such an amazing functionality with optimization at this level that it can easily handle things even inside a virtual machine. Imagine what if I had this as my main machine. Imagine. It would be damn good. And yeah, I know I should not have installed Hyperland to properly showcase CachyOS, and that is why in my next video I'm gonna go with a proper desktop environment and use it for a few days to create a review video. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it. And yeah, that's it for today's video. It was just an attempt to install CachyOS and see why it is #1. And now I kind of understand the customized kernel with optimizations beyond a normal Linux distribution, and the ability to give everything out of the box while also being so good at customization and other stuff. This is something you do not get under normal circumstances, like on Fedora, Ubuntu, or Debian. You don't. There are specific distributions like Nobara Linux, or maybe PikaOS, or CachyOS, or EXOS, or Archcraft. You see, they're all customized, and that is why they give better experience than traditional distros. And yeah, I believe that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It took so much time that, I actually have to upload the video by 2 p.m. That means today's video is going to be delayed at around 3 p.m. Indian time. So yeah, like I'm near to my uploading time. That's why I have to end this video now. I wanted to create the, like a full review video. I'd like to reinstall CachyOS but with a different desktop environment on a real machine. Yep, we're gonna do that in the next video. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it, and yep, thanks for watching.